Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to speak about the subject of, is safety or privacy more important? The thing is, you gotta think about it this way. I don't think that total safety can actually happen without taking away some form of privacy. I mean, if you really think about it, we need to have cameras. We need to have cameras outside in order to kind of see, for example, like now, a good example of it is dash cams that they put in cars and all these things. Well, the thing is with those, well, they permit the car to be recording so that if they get into an accident or something like that, then they're able to actually have a record of that. If they have a record of that, well, then we can easily tell if and how the accident happened. But at the same time, then we can also have, obviously, the other extreme where we would be forced to, I don't know, put a camera, let's say, in our house and have ourselves under surveillance 24/7. Well, the thing about that is that really actually improving our safety, because now we're able to actually get spied on the whole time. Now the other extreme would be that it's actually recording all the time and that there's a sort of AI or something like that that can basically tell if there's something that is bad that is actually going to happen. And if something bad is going to happen, well, then you're going to actually activate yourself, and then it could be like a sort of public record that can go to the police. But that's another extreme, and that's why they made, or actually that's why they wrote books such as 1984, Orson Welles and all that stuff with Big Brother basically spying on you and doing things and all these things. And then nowadays we're talking about putting chips in our body. And in some way it's great because, well, now if an ambulance comes, they'd be able to scan and see exactly what blood type you have, what you're allergic to and stuff like that, and it could save your life. Or it could also meter your body and notice if there's going to be a heart attack and be able to foretell that and basically save your life, or a stroke or other things. But at the same time, obviously now we're getting so much data that we're blatantly being spied on. We don't really have that privacy anymore. If you really think about it, wherever you go, at least in shopping areas and even on these streets and stuff like that, there's cameras that are hidden a little bit everywhere, and which can control all the red lights, the green lights, and look at people, and basically we kind of get a record of everything that's happening. And it is kind of weird. Is it actually making us safer? Well, it's not, because there's hundreds of cameras, hundreds and thousands of cameras around the cities, that people are actually really safer. They are safe in case of something really bad happening. If somebody like places a bomb, or if something like really, really, really bad happens. But at the same time, if, for example, you get mugged, or if you have a hit and run, getting access to that footage is honestly kind of hard. It's they're not going to give it to you that easily, and sometimes you'd have to go to like businesses and stuff like that and actually knock at their door and get that footage. So now in our day and age, basically, where we have cameras everywhere, if we really, really wanted to, we could have everything filmed. And if everything was filmed, well, then we'd basically have access to every single minute of the day of every single person. I think it would make it somewhat safer in some extremes, but at the same time, what I think is that humans are always able to go around these things. So if they really want to do something bad, they'll do it. They'll find a way to do it. And because of that, and because of the fact that, again, in some way, it's kind of like how they have hackers and coders and all these things. If it's made by the humankind, if it's made by a human brain, well, then there's always going to be another brain that can think that way and that can kind of break or go around that hack. So it kind of goes this way. Even if we had no privacy at all, there would still be people that would be able to go around that privacy, because even though we might have the visual of the exterior, we don't have the visual of the brain. So within your brain, you'd still be able to think of some sort of way of going around this thing. And that's where it becomes a little bit of that gray sort of area, because, well, what is good, what is bad, what is acceptable, what isn't acceptable? Some things that are spying on us are actually good. Like I said, if we had a chip in our body that actually really only monitored your heart and stuff like that, it could be good. But at the same time, if you look at it on the other spectrum of it, well, it's also a bad thing, because, well, now maybe they could zap us and stop us from running, or they know every time where we're at, or they could shut us down by, again, zapping us and electrocuting our heart or something and killing us if they wanted to. And when I say if, they is in the imagination of the government, or bad people that want to do stuff, or whatever it is. And that's where the danger is, because it's true that within having less privacy, again, people can do bad things. They can hack into these cameras, know exactly what you're doing, what's your pattern, zoom in onto those cameras and figure out your passwords. And there's a lot of bad things. So having no privacy, having privacy, both ways, there's always going to be ups and downs to it. The only real solution to all this would be if we as humankind became a better species, and at the place of trying to steal from one another or try to do bad things, we actually were good, and we enjoyed things, and we liked to help each other out, because after all, this world has so much abundance, so many things to give, yet we cross the paths of so many people all day long, but we just walk. We never say hello. Sometimes we do, but in the end, a lot of people are alone, and a lot of people are seeking for this contact. So at the same time, I think we need to not really think so much about privacy or non-privacy, but think more about maybe being more humane, more human, and more good within our world. And then things such as privacy or not, it's not going to matter. We wouldn't even think about that. We just think about the good. So that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.